changed.
Pretty much got a chance to play with the MVP. Talk about playing with Pooh, man. How was that, man?
Man, it was just so special from the get. But people forget, the Bulls had we had like a 1% chance to get the first pick. We get the first pick. And people forget, there was a guy by the name of Michael Beasley. And people thought, people think that, oh, this shit, just because you're the hometown kid, it was an easy decision. He had a legendary freshman year. He averaged like 26 and 12 in college.
Over there. The way he was at
Kansas State. So it wasn't like people were like, oh, it's on now. They're like, okay, D Rose is number one. It wasn't like that. A lot of people thought Bees was going number one. We get Pooh. Man. Like, you see him, you're like, okay, it's impressive. But it wasn't until he hit that United Center that you're like, okay, shit, this is something else going on. This is bigger than basketball. Like, this is the way that people responded to him, because the way he, as quiet as he was so Chicago the way he played. And how much, like, for us to be around it, it made the whole thing it made you work that much harder, because you just knew you had a chance to fucking win because of D Rose. There's not a lot of guys that bring that much hope into an environment like that. I would say he's I've never been around a player who brings as much hope as he did. Not just for his teammates, but like the whole fucking city was hyped about the Chicago Bulls.
No, for sure. It was shocking to me, because obviously my little brother and them, they like good friends. So it's like I didn't know about them because I wasn't hip on all the hoopla. But boy, when y'all came to Boston, I sure knew who the hell who was after y'all left Boston, and that was a huge series, I would say, for y'all, because y'all was all young. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was starting to get some success. And talk about some of the battles with Ticket. You know I got to touch on that.
Oh, man, that shit was crazy.
Talk about some of those battles.
Like, Ticket was a guy, like, I had his poster in my room. Like, I was, he was the guy that I looked up to coming up. Like wow, this is fucking...
It's KG.
Come on, dog. That's Kevin Garnett. You know what I'm saying? And I remember telling him, like, there was like 10 seconds left in the game. We getting smoked my first year. And I said something like, yo, like, really respect you. Like, I said something like so humbly. I try to say it so humbly and so respectfully, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, yo, he stunned on me so fucking crazy. Like, yo, who the fuck you think you talking to, Rook? And I was like, oh shit, that shit shocked me. I'm like, yo.
You like
damn. And I'm not gonna lie, that moment though, it changed my career.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Because I learned a real valuable lesson. Yeah. Like, never again. Never again. Nobody's gonna disrespect me. Like, it was so fucking embarrassing. Because he was the type of dude who was like, yo, he'll hit a jump shot and bitch ass nigga. It's like, yo, there's 20,000.
He loud as hell.
Yo, bitch ass nigga for hitting a 15-footer on you. Like, okay. So what he brought out of me, like, just the work in the summer, I wasn't thinking about anything else but playing against him. Like, I remember that playoff series when he was out, his knee, it was like more towards the end of his career. His knee got hurt. Man, I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, that's how fucked up I became fucked up because of him. You know? So like, I became, oh, you hurt? Fuck
that shit don't mean nothing.
Fuck it. You. But like, I know it wasn't just me. He was like that for everybody. That's why I'm happy. Like, he spent a lot of time in Chicago and stuff. And, his people came in and was like, yo, come do the podcast. And for me, I was really happy about that. I was really proud of myself because I really was like to the point where I was like, yo, I really don't fuck with this dude. I thought he was my enemy.
Right.
And I'm telling all these shorties out here, I'm doing all this work in the community about, like, telling the shorties to chill, you know, put the guns down, all this stuff.
Meanwhile, you got an NBA.
Meanwhile, I feel like I got enemies out there on the court. And then I realized, man, I'm done playing basketball. Like, I got to change my frequency, bro. Like, I can't be on some competitive shit and talk about these fucking stories my whole life and be fucking, like, I'm a different person.
Yeah.
I'm not like what I was on the court. Like, I'm not that no more. Like, I was up all night with my newborn last night. You know what I'm saying?
Big day.
It's a different, it's a different
Congratulations.
frequency. Respect, bro.
So.
But yeah, KG, he definitely changed the trajectory of this whole fucking thing. Shout out to the ticket.